At an intuitive level, this actually seems pretty straightforward. If I hire a plumber to fix my pipes, then the money that I spend, I give to the plumber. The spending on my part is income for the plumber. And this idea, it is applicable more broadly and it is applicable throughout the economy. The way that economists often show this interdependency is by showing what is sometimes called a circular flow diagram. The basic idea here is that most of us are buyers and sellers in this economy. We can think about the economy in a simple form as involving two different kinds of markets. The first market is the market for goods and services. So this is the market where the plumber sells his services, where I buy food, where I buy things like pens or paper. Okay? So that's the market for goods and services. In most of these markets, households are the customers. Households buy these goods and services from, let's call another set of actors, the firms. Now, these firms, companies, they don't have to be large. They can be a single person firm. So the firm that I was talking about, the plumber, could be a single person who sells goods and services. In the market for goods and services flow from the firms that make these to the households that buy these. So the flow of this is in this direction. So firms produce the goods and services and households buy the goods and services. In return, there is a reverse flow of money, payments for these goods and services. The households pay for the goods and services, and the firms receive the payments for these goods and services. We can also think about another market, another set of markets. Economists call these other markets markets for factors of production or markets for inputs. Factors of production or inputs are the things that firms need in order to produce goods and services. Factors of production. These include labor, capital, talent, entrepreneurial talent. When we talk about capital, what we mean by capital is things like buildings, machines. This can also be intellectual capital, which is patents and so forth. The way economists often think about capital is we just think about it as money that can be used to buy or rent things like buildings, machines, and so forth. So labor, capital, entrepreneurial talent, these are all things that firms need in order to produce the goods and services that they sell. In the market for labor, capital, and other factors of production, households are the sellers. So you and I, when we go and work for a company, the company could actually be ourselves. So if we work for ourselves or for somebody else, what we are doing is we are selling our labor. If we own some money in the bank, the money in the bank may be being lent out by the bank to firms that need to borrow that money in order to purchase the machinery, the buildings, etc., that firms will use to produce the goods and services that they sell. Entrepreneurial talent also comes from households. So somebody in a household starts a business, an innovative new company. That's entrepreneurial talent. Those things are sold by households to firms. So in this market, the households are the sellers, the firms are the buyers, and the flow of money is in the other direction. It is from firms towards households as payments for these factors of production. So for labor, firms will pay households wages. For capital, firms will pay households an interest rate. For entrepreneurial talent, the entrepreneurs receive money from the firms, profits from the firms, and those go to the entrepreneurs' households. So the basic idea again here is that there is a flow of money from firms and households due to the market for factors of production or inputs. So what we see really here is that there is a circular flow both of real things in the economy and a reverse flow of money in the economy. This again reflects the interdependency among people. As economies develop, as they grow, what happens is that markets and societies become more efficient, and as a consequence, they produce more goods and services, and households get to enjoy more goods and services from the money that they earn from selling the inputs that they own.